Brilliant, and we're here. Hello, how are you? I'm great. Okay, so we got 5 questions set up. How do you define success? What upsets you the most? Would you rather be a cat, dog, lizard, mouse? Why? You can have one of the following things: trust or love. Think of a new type of animal. All right. So, hello. This is great. I feel like initially, like when I was like figuring out all the like software stuff to record this, I was thinking like, oh, this isn't gonna this is gonna be weird because I'm like the only person in the room, and like I'm not gonna be able to really like show certain things, like show that I can like do a not a dialogue. I know that it is a monologue. But when there's someone else in the room with you and you're having, it doesn't have to be back and forth, but just the presence of another person, it really sort of does influence you the way you are. Okay. How would you define success? You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Right? Like, you do know what I'm talking about. How would you define success? I hate this question. I almost just want to skip it. Can I just go to the next one? No. How do you define success? I feel like I don't hate this question. I don't actually hate the question. It's the case that over the course of my life, I would have defined that in lots of different ways. And right now, I'm not exactly sure how I would define it. For example, there have been times in my life when I have just, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny. There have been times in my life when I guess because like this whole thing seems a little absurd because I'm like talking to myself in a room. Um, that's not absurd. I do this all the time over Discord. Maybe that's why I laugh so much on Discord, because of how ridiculous I think it is. That I'm talking to myself alone in the room, which is not, that's what a phone call is. Like, that's not, whatever. Whatever. um, is he NeTi yet? Is he NeTi yet? So there have been times in my life when I've defined success as, I'm still, it's too funny. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's too funny. I've defined success as being happy. I think everyone's had that thought at some point in their life that success is nothing more than being happy. And I think it's a little shitty of a definition because of that one, was it that Henry David Thoreau poem that's about like catching this butterfly, and the butterfly is happiness, and it's not until you stop trying to catch the butterfly that it comes to you, that sounds like such a defeatist attitude. That really does sound like a defeatist attitude. But that's not what okay, blah, blah. It's not a defeatist attitude. Because you're familiar with these sorts of things, with the types of dialogues that people have around the idea of happiness. Happiness. So there's a couple things I'm thinking of. One is this TED talk about synthetic happiness, whereby this man is talking about why quadriplegics and lottery winners alike are equally happy. So something called synthetic happiness. Did I say that already? Am I repeating myself? Whatever. And these quadriplegics and lottery winners, that's what it was. They're over time, right? Initially, becoming a quadriplegic or winning the lottery may make you, feel a certain way in the short term, but long term, their brains are both producing synthetic happiness, and so even if the lottery winners ruin their lives, as is more often than not the case. Or, the quadriplegics are quadriplegics. Um, they end up being about as happy as the other. Um, so there's that. Um, God, I got like so off topic, and I'm like so like this is such like a like meta thing. Like my attention is kind of I don't record videos of myself. My attention is constantly kind of coming back to this is happening, and just sort of getting distracted from um the actual questions.